Now, live on WPRI 12 and on WPRI.com. This is Eyewitness News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
We begin with breaking news, another major shakeup in the Trump administration.
As we first reported about an hour ago, the president announced on Twitter that Homeland Security Secretary General John Kelly is his new chief of staff, replacing Reince Priebus, who reportedly resigned in private yesterday.
We have in-depth coverage for you tonight, beginning with Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado, who's live in the Breaking News Center. Steph?
Well, the president, of course, making this announcement on Twitter, his preferred method of communication, shortly before 5 o'clock, naming Priebus's replacement as John F. Kelly, the current Secretary of Homeland Security. Now, Reince Priebus was the former chairman of the Republican National Committee. He then joined the Trump administration after the election. He has recently been the subject of criticism from the brand new communications director, Anthony Scaramucci. He told a reporter at The New Yorker in an explosive and profanity-laced report that came out yesterday that he thinks Priebus has been leaking to the press, also calling him a paranoid schizophrenic. Now here's what President Trump said about the shakeup just in the last hour as he deplaned Air Force One.
Reince is a good man. John Kelly will do a fantastic job. General Kelly has been a star, done an incredible job thus far, respected by everybody, a great, great American. Reince Priebus, a good man. Thank you very much.
And John Kelly is a retired Marine general and, by the way, a native of Boston. Live in the newsroom, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Steph. Our in-depth coverage continues now with WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi, who's been following these developments out of Washington. So, Ted, your first reaction?
Well, Mike, Caroline, it's, in some ways surprising, in some ways very unsurprising news. Anyone who's been following this White House has known for months Reince Priebus was on shaky ground. He was never personally close to President Trump. Priebus is kind of an establishment Republican. He's close to House Speaker Paul Ryan. And actually, he famously told Trump that Trump should drop out of the race for president last October after that Access Hollywood tape emerged. Trump liked to needle him for saying that. There have been constant leaks out of the White House now for months about Trump being unhappy with Priebus. What is a surprise, as often with Trump, is how this news came out. In a tweet on a Friday afternoon, a few days after his new communications director made those obscene comments that Steph mentioned. And of course, it also comes hot on the heels of Sean Spicer resigning as press secretary. Spicer's close to Priebus. So I'd say we always knew Trump presidency would be different, and once again it is.
All right, Ted, kind of put this in perspective for viewers at home. How important is a chief of staff position in the White House?
So, Caroline, there is a book about White House chiefs of staff, and it's called The Gatekeepers, which is a great way to think about what this job usually is. The chief of staff decides who sees the president, when they see him, what gets discussed. It's often the most powerful job in any White House, and of course, a powerful job in a White House means it's among the most powerful jobs in the world. And with all the other personnel changes we're talking about, plus the collapse of the health care bill this week, you have to wonder if this is signaling some kind of broader shift in how Trump governs, and if we'll see that over the next few months. But we do need to see how that plays out.
All right, Ted, thank you very much. And you can count on Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of this White House shakeup.
We'll be on top of this breaking news story, gathering reaction and breaking down the impact right here on Eyewitness News and on WPRI.com.